Hey Gemini, welcome to February. You might be feeling pretty powerful by now, as long as Mars has been in your sign. That's what I was getting when I was meditating before your reading. So I'm jaylynngelato. Welcome to my channel. I read intuitively for you. We'll talk about the astrology as we go. The High Priestess is your first card. A lot of you are walking pretty aligned in your new paradigm. Okay, your discernment has become pretty clear. It looks like you've been working on yourself and you're starting to see the rewards of that. Okay. All the planets are direct. There's a lot going on for everyone. I would say, Gemini, you're handling these transits better than most. Okay, we have the King of Cups. I think you're finding what really satisfies your heart, like fully satisfies you. And you're walking away from things that don't. Okay, the less fulfilling things. So it's a really powerful place to be. Okay, we have this Five of Pentacles with the Nine of Cups on the bottom. I think the way you're handling business has changed. I think you're more confident. And if you're not yet, you're finding your footing in that department. But nonetheless, there has been a lot of transformation in the way you handle others. Okay, publicly, privately, all of it. Business-wise, friend-wise. So on the 5th of this month, there's a full moon in Leo. Okay, speaking of your friend groups, the people you surround yourself with. Okay, how do I say this? I just got the message, but there are things that you don't identify with, and that doesn't make you a bad person, but there's emotional things that you've realized with your sharp intellect that you don't identify with anymore, and you don't know how to tell them without making them feel bad. Okay, these are emotional connections, people you've been with for a long time, or just people who've been in your life for a long time. You see habits in them that you used to have yourself, and seeing it in them made you realize, like, oh, that's what I look like when I do that. And you don't know how to have that conversation without being rude, or, maybe some of you have just straight up said, like, but there's a balance to be had with this, okay? Obviously, you don't want your ego to flare up, especially around this full moon with your friends, and ruin relationships that really matter to you. People that you really care about. You don't want to hurt them, and you don't have to. There's something to be said for leading by example, and try to love people where they are, and don't try to change people. I know Mars has you on top of the world in a lot of ways, but loving people where they are is really what I'm getting, and not being afraid to, like, stop identifying with certain traits, certain qualities, certain ideas, because where you're going and where you are now is a lot different than it was 3 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago. But don't let the ego take over, okay? Especially in your communications. Find a balance there. 1 second. It's throat chakra stuff. So, what else is going on in February? Queen of Cups. So far we have the King and the Queen of Cups. So relationship-wise, if you're single, you're probably going to attract someone just like you. Or if you're in a relationship already, you might realize those things in your partner aren't all that different from the things in you. Okay, the things causing conflict. You guys might be mirroring each other just a little bit, which in the language of the universe, you know, if you attract what you are, not necessarily what you want. So there is a lot of love there, okay? And really all I see for you is learning how to navigate your success in life without we have the Tower on the bottom of the deck. So this is an interesting combination. Okay, there's a lot of emotions in February, and things just, this is like a bumping head energy. Okay, this is a conflict, but also change energy. Okay, so where is Venus and Neptune in your 10th house in Pisces? Okay, Gemini. The container for love right now needs to sort of be unconditional. I'm not saying stay in any abusive, dangerous situation, okay? Be smart, not like that. But to open or widen your container for like the unconditional love, probably towards yourself, will be a really useful tool this month. Okay, especially when it comes to shared finances and partnerships with other people that have to do with money. You have most of the answers, and really what I see is this is a balance between emotion and mind. Okay, heart and mind matters. The way you're showing up, okay, your reputation, what you're known for. It's okay, Gemini. This is interesting. You don't want to let anything get to your head. Okay, make sure you're doing like breath work. I'm getting nervous system, stabilizing your nervous system. Okay, when you upgrade your life, when you have all these great things coming to you, most of us are programmed to self-sabotage things. I almost turned this video off and started over because I'm like, what is this disconnect? Like, I don't like this disconnect. I want it to flow. And I think that's what you're doing. You're finding a flow between your heart and mind. What happens between the heart and mind? The voice, the throat chakra, the 5th chakra. Okay, so it's very obvious to other people what goes on in, you know, someone's heart and mind when they understand that. And this is in between, because this is a mixture, right? This is what comes out. When people say they don't have a filter, well, everything from the heart and mind tend to come out of the throat chakra and beyond that. But let's just keep it simple. So what I would do is pause before you speak, and don't let your temperament, like your emotions, run the show too much. Like, honor your emotions, honor your relationships with people and within yourself, but don't let any like overwhelmment like kind of boil into you really hurting someone or cutting ties, burning bridges that you'll later need to circle back around and, you know, kind of clean up. or just take the loss. I mean, it's, you know, it's a lot of good energy around you. It's a lot of good energy flowing from you. And I think if you have enough patience and faith and trust in knowing that only more of that is coming, the little things, the little triggers, and even most of the big things will begin solving themselves. Okay, solutions are coming. You're really tapped in and you're really connected. Ground yourself, Gemini. Okay, I think that's mostly it for you. Yep, lots of changes, lots of changes. I want to pull one more for you, Gemini, before we go. Judgment. And the Hierophant on the bottom. Lots of divine energy, okay? Don't let anything get to your head this month. Be nice to yourself, be nice to others, okay? If you need to, just right now, you're planting these seeds, right? Okay, it's a lot of forward energy, and you're gonna reap what you sow really quickly. So you have all this really connected, strong knowledge about yourself. Just keep applying that and keep that balance. Okay, if you want to go deeper into your personal situation, because I know this was kind of all over the place, I have mini readings, full readings, and love readings in my link below on my website. All my links are below. And until then, I will see you next month.